obviously you were triggered by that. Even though you took my story and kind of maybe trying to turn it around to like how I could do this, I'm sure when you've come to that point to work with someone, that's when they would hold back. I didn't necessarily feel this was about me, but that was my experience. There was something in that, which is okay, which is beautiful that you're like so open to share that with me. There wasn't enough information to make those assumptions, or I just want you to be aware of that. And so some part of you took over and turned it at me. And imagine that if you or I on a date, or we had just met somewhere, that can happen. That's what I'm talking about, the past creeping up and being very clear with that in that moment. That this might be our own experience. That like what he shared was like right on. What he shared was right on. What she shared was like right on.
What I shared was.
No, but it was. No, here's the thing.
Thanks, I'll never speak up.
No, it's not that. It was actually right on for this group to actually see that. To also see that response, because we all do that. I've done that. I've been where you are at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to say is I've been where you're at. Like I'm thinking I have it figured out because like I've seen so many people, like over 5,000 clients. I'm like, I have it figured out. I'm a know-it-all. I know shit. I need to ask more questions. But I just want to answer just quickly with not about say this one person is that imagine that we all have come forth ultimately to persevere. We've come to expand our awareness and consciousness and to be able to be as compassionate, tolerant, and loving as possible, and to be able to share those gifts into the world. Most people rather direct their energy towards one person in this idea they call a relationship, when in every moment they're in a relationship with themselves and those around them. And so for me, I want to be in a relationship where it's adding value and energy so I can help heal the world. So especially for me, if I am in a relationship where it's more taxing and I've spent dedicated time to try to get a person to a certain place, then I realize it's impacting other people in a negative way because I'm tired. And then two, that I realize that me being here is not making it better. And then three, I've really learned the lesson. I feel good about this, whatever choice I make. And this person's going to still process this, and I might look like the bad guy. I have to be okay with that. That's part of even my lesson too, is that I have no control how a person's going to think or feel about me, because they might still be stuck in a pain body. And this is no differently if you were to date someone who is a drug addict or anyone else, that when a person's kind of caught up in that, you can do all that you can, but can you also walk away still with love and hold space with them, communicate with them, and just hold that space? Because at some point, all relationships are supposed to end, whether that means a year or 50 years or when that person dies. All relationships come to an end. That's just how it is.